Okay, I'll try to speak a little bit louder. Okay. But if you still feel like the voice is low, then just try headphones. Good. There are a few people who still have their video on. Please turn off your video. Look good. So please turn off your video. Tushar Mehta, can you please turn off your video? देखो नीचे वीडियो का ऑप्शन होगा. Good. Let's start. So first we'll be talking about actuarial science. What is actuarial science and what are the scope? So first of all, actuarial science is nothing but a risk management course. One thing, if you feel like I like the class to be interactive as much as possible, I know here it will be not very much possible, but we can use chat. Okay, you can if you want to write something, you can write on chat, or you can unmute yourself and talk. Just we do not want all of us to talk together because none of us will be able to hear each other. Okay, so that is why if you are unmuting, try that key when others are not talking or when I'm not talking. That will be easier for us. Okay, so you can unmute yourself and have any question you can ask me, or just write in the chat that you have a doubt, and I can just ask a specific person to unmute, okay, and ask. So our actuarial science is nothing but a risk management course that is used in insurance. Then we have investment, we have financial risk management, and we have data science or data analysis. These are the four major industries where you will find actuaries. Okay, insurance, we have a lot of different types of insurance. The two main categories are a life insurance and a general insurance. A general insurance contains a lot of different things, but they are just called as general. If you still feel like your voice is very low, I don't think I have any control here, so you will have to use headphones. Please try to use headphones because you can see the mic here. This is the closest to that I can keep it, and other than that, I don't see any option here to increase the volume or something, so you'll have to do something. Okay, so we have general insurance, and general insurance constraints everything else. We have our health insurance, we have क्या बोलते हैं, car insurance, marine insurance, and so many different, everything that is not life or pension, that comes into general insurance. Okay, investment, we have two types of investment. One would be modeling, and the other is using those models. These are the uses. Can't hear. Um, from my side, I don't think there's a problem. Please check if your speakers are on or can't see the screen. Okay, I'm not presenting. Okay, 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 okay. Stop sharing. Resume presenting. Is the screen visible right now? Yeah. Okay. Good. So please keep your videos off because that will create problem for you yourself. It will not be very clear for you to visit, see what I am actually showing. So keep your videos off. If the voice is low, please try to use headphones because there is no other option, because my mic is as close as I can. I'm trying to stay low towards the mic, but you're not able to see the screen. I don't think I have any solution for that because I see FRM course is different. Financial risk management is a full industry. Okay, so FRM course is different. Financial risk management is an industry where you are using risk management to do the financial world mein you are using risk management. Okay, so FRM is also a course, but that is an industry as well. And you will find FRM course has a lot of subjects common to actuarial science. If you actually see, you will please keep your videos off and try to use headphones. Keep your videos off. I can still see a few people with their videos on. So instead of risk, FRM, I'll just write risk management. Okay, so that nobody has any confusion. So we have these four industries where actuaries actually work. Now our course was designed according to insurance. Then we have different papers that talk about investment. We have different papers that talk about risk management. We have different papers that talk about data analysis. So there are different industries in which actuarial science work. Now, in all of this risk management, we mainly require knowledge of mathematics and statistics. So our course is designed in such a way that majority of the subjects are mathematics based or statistics based. We have some subjects of accounting, as well as we have some subjects of yeah, economics to understand finance. Okay, so we have 13 papers in which first 7 papers are core principle. Then we have they have been divided into 4 major groups. Core principle. Please try not to mute me. Okay, now I think it will be audible. Okay. Hmm. So We were talking about these 7 papers. Our In our first group, we have 7 papers, in which we have 2 mathematical papers, 2 statistical papers, and 3 business papers. From which first is accounting, the second is economics, and the third is business management. This is a practical style business management paper that we will talk about when we come to it. Okay. So first papers are either CM1 or CS1. These are the first papers that we give. Now these 4 papers have 2 papers, paper A and paper B, in which we have 100 marks written examination and 100 marks software based examination. So paper A is written and paper B is software based. So software for mathematical papers CM1 and CM2 we have Excel, and for CS1 and CS2 our statistical paper we have R programming. Okay, so it's a statistical based programming language that we'll have to learn. I think my presentation is on. Krishna, if you don't want your face to be seen everywhere in the recording, please switch off the. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So let's get back to our papers. So paper A will be a written paper. Paper B is a software based paper. Okay. So for CM1 and CM2 we have Excel. For CS1 and CS2 we have R programming based papers. So in each one of these we have to give 2 examination. For all of these 4 papers we have to give 2 examination. They both have to be given on the same time. That means same session. Every 6 months we have all the examination that you can choose from. जिसमें से you will either give whichever examination you're studying for. So CM1 के दोनों papers, paper A and paper B, should be given in the same session. The papers are usually one after the other and one day after the other. So let's say paper A, if it is on Monday, then paper B will be on Tuesday. This is how they have their timetables fixed. So this is 3 hours written paper, and this is 1 hour 40 minutes. This is 1 hour 40 minutes online paper. So this online paper has to be given on a computer that is usually either you can give it from home or any office. So office ke liye wherever you feel like. Okay, now there are 2 different institutes. Achha, first I will talk about all 13 papers. Okay, so after completing your CM1 and CS1, these are our basic papers, then you can go for either CM2 or CS2 or vice versa. Usually we go for CS2 and then we go for CM2. CM2 is more about investment, and risk modeling is more about general insurance and also investment. So these papers are designed in such a way that they are talking about a particular field in which actuaries actually work. Then we have core practice. After those 7 papers, we have these core practice CP1, CP2, and CP3. So here also we have 2 written examinations. Here we have 2 computer-based examination, and this is again practical-based examination that when it comes, we'll see. Okay. And after this, after completing 10 papers, after completing these 10 papers, you actually get a degree called Associate Actuary. That is like a bachelor's degree. And many people stop their actuarial studies after getting these 10 papers, after finishing their क्या बोलते हैं, associate actuary's degree, they stop. But if you want to go for specialization or masters, we have other papers. So we have specialist principle, in which out of these 9 papers you have to select any 2. So here you have different kinds of paper. For life insurance you have these papers. For investment, you have this. For general insurance, you can see. For risk management, we have separate papers. So you have to give any two out of this. You can definitely give more than two, but you don't require to give more than two. So you have to choose any two, and finally, depending on what you chose here, you will choose any one out of these seven. There's no restriction on which paper to give in which order. You can give this last paper as your first paper as well, but obviously you will not have the knowledge required to complete that particular paper. So there becomes an order which is not forced, but it becomes like a necessary order. That would be, first we have to complete our CM1, CS1, one of these two, then the other. Then we have CM2, CS2, again one of these two, and then the other. And there is no real order to solve this CB1, CB2, CB3. Okay. So usually these are easy papers. Accounting paper, economics paper are easy. They are just one-off papers that are not really related to other papers in our course, but are required for knowledge basis. And you can start these practice paper before you complete all of your ये principal wale paper, core principal wale, but obviously the knowledge of those will be required in these. So there becomes an order in which we actually solve our papers, complete our papers. Now we have two different institutes. We have Indian Institute, that is IAI, and we have UK Institute, that is IFOA. So for Indian Institute, to become a member of the institute, you will have to give an examination called ACET. Now, ACET examination usually happens 2 times a year. They are trying to do it 3 times a year, I think. Okay. You will find the information on their website later on. Okay. So that ACET examination is 100 marks MCQ types of examination, in which these are the 5 subjects that they ask. Okay. Then we have UK Institute. In UK Institute, they used to have that you have to score 80% or above in mathematics, that they have now removed. The criteria has been removed. So you can become a member of UK Institute without any qualification. All you need is that you have completed your, actually, you don't even need to complete your 12th standard. You can become a क्या बोलते member before 12th standard as well. But we always suggest that you should complete your 12th standard before you start actuarial science, because the mathematical knowledge is used. Okay. Other than that, there is no compulsion of what you need. You can become a member. So there are two ways of becoming a member. You can directly apply for the membership, or you can give your first paper as a non-member. As a non-member, you have to give either your CM1 or CS1 paper, one of these two. If you clear this paper, then you automatically become a member. Okay. So there used to be an eligibility for becoming a member before, now there is not. So you have two options still. You can give first paper as a non-member. If you are giving only one paper in your first time, then we always suggest that you give as a non-member. And if you are giving multiple papers because you have more time to study, then you can become a member and then give multiple papers in your first attempt. Every year for UK Institute, the exam is conducted in April and September. This year, April examination has been postponed, because actually has been cancelled because of our lockdown, and now we'll directly have September examination. Okay, so September examination में उसके लिए I think tomorrow is the last day for registration as a member. But without that also you can give your first paper, okay, as a non-member, and for that the registration will be in July. You don't have to worry too much right now. Okay. So this is the basics of our actuarial science course. We have 13 papers, out of which we give in 2 different institutes. We usually suggest UK Institute. That is mainly because majority of the student give examination from UK Institute. Yes, you yes, you can't give multiple papers without membership. So you will have to become member to give multiple papers. So if you want to, I'll just show you. So you can just type on Google IFOA membership and you will get the student membership wala tab, and you can read everything here. You can read about what is non-membership, how to join. Okay, you can join today without, you don't have to pay anything, but then you can see what are the fees and how do you pay it. If you have any doubts, you can contact later. You can contact anyone from our institute later on. Okay, so यहाँ पे you can study everything what is written. इंडियन मेंबरशिप के लिए अगेन जस्ट सर्च IAI ACET. तो यहाँ पर गूगल पे इफ यू जस्ट टाइप IAI ACET, तो सी, ये जो सेकंड ये है actuariesIndia.org, that is the website. Okay, so you can read everything, how it is conducted, when it is conducted, background, important dates, syllabus, list of centers, frequently asked questions. Now we'll talk about CM1. The major difference is, first of all, the course is exactly same. There is no difference in course, exactly same number of papers, and the course is exactly same. Even the book used by Indian Institute is the book that is given by UK Institute. See, we will always start with either one paper or two paper. Do not give more than two paper in your first attempt. We always suggest that if you are having college, if you have other work, then it becomes difficult for you to cope up, because we have to study a lot and we have to basically practice a lot. It's not about studying, it's about practicing. So if you practice, then you don't have any problem in solving the paper, but practice के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा time देना पड़ता है, and that is why we always suggest for your first paper give one or maximum two paper. So if you are giving two papers, you can give definitely CM1 CS1 together. Like now you have more time, so you can give these two papers, or you can give one of the finance wala paper, accounting, if you have studied accounting very well, so that will be very easy for you. If you have studied 11 12 economics, then it will be very easy for you, CB2. Okay, so you can give multiple papers, but we suggest starting may at least start with only one paper, then you'll understand how the course is. Okay, you can give two paper if you become a member. So for becoming a member, that is what I was saying, you'll have to become a member first if you want to give multiple papers. Okay, so now let's go back to our institute, difference between institutes. So the major difference between institute is UK Institute is much more organized, much more widely spread. So the recognition of UK Institute is all over the world, whereas Indian Institute is very well recognized only in India and the countries around India. So if you take a membership of UK Institute and you become an actuary, then this will be helpful all over the world. May 4th is the last date of registration of membership of UK. So यहाँ पर जो मैं अभी वेबसाइट में जाके I talked about the student membership, you can go and check it out, and May 4th is the last date. You don't have to pay fees on May 4th, but you'll have to register on May 4th, and you'll have to pay fees after the registration is done. That is, it takes around 5 weeks, and then उसके बाद you'll have to pay the fees. Fees is £200. Okay. and always go for the reduced rate. जैसे यहाँ पे बोला हुआ है find whether you qualify for reduced rate subscription. Always go for the reduced rate because it is your earning should be less than around 5,000 pounds. 5,000 pounds translates to around 5 lakh rupees per annum basis pay. 5 lakh rupees. So your income should be less, not your parents, not your family income, just your income. Majority of you are not working, so you should definitely apply for reduced rate. Your fees goes half. Okay, so all the fees that I'll be talking about would be about reduced rate. ठीक है, so पहले recognition की बात करते हैं. So UK Institute is very well much more recognized all over the world. So if you're planning to go out in the future, then definitely UK Institute is where you should take admission in India. Nobody cares whether you pass your paper from Indian Institute or UK Institute. So for Indian papers, you can definitely give for if you know that you will be working only in India, does not matter. Okay. Then recognition from Indian. First of all, if you pass papers, you can have membership of both institute as well. I myself have membership of both Indian and UK Institute. Okay. There used to be exemption in both of them, but now UK Institute has stopped giving exemption when you pass from Indian Institute, but Indian Institute still gives exemption if you pass from UK Institute. Okay, so if I pass a few papers from UK Institute, I don't have to give that in India. If I pass few in India, I will still have to give that in UK Institute. Okay. But if I complete all of my 10 papers, first 10 papers from Indian Institute, then I get exemption of all of those 10 papers from UK Institute. Okay. So if you become an associate actuary, then you can get degree of UK Institute directly. Or if you become full actuary, that would be 13 papers. That is called as fellow actuary. You have completed all of your 13 papers from Indian Institute and then you go for UK Institute, you will get exemption in all 13. So you'll directly get the degree of UK Institute. So you can do that as well. Okay. So these are the two ways of giving papers. Now the main difference is Indian Institute has slightly less fees, but Indian Institute carry out examination in much more cities in India than in UK Institute. UK Institute has major cities in India like Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, Pune, Bangalore, Chennai. You can see there will be more cities. I don't remember all of them. Okay, you can check it out on their website. And Indian Institute takes in much more cities. Now cities like Nagpur does not have UK Institute का क्या बोलते center, but it has Indian Institute का center. So that ways it becomes easier for people from smaller places to give examination of Indian Institute, okay, versus UK Institute. Okay. So that is one of the advantage. Other than that, the advantage of UK Institute is that the paper is slightly easier. It is more conceptual based in UK, and in India it is more about time based. So it is more lengthier in India than in UK Institute. Okay, but it totally depends on what subject are you studying, and if you have studied the subject very well, there is no reason you should not be able to pass it from Indian Institute. Okay. Then Indian Institute conducts examination in slightly different times. So Indian Institute has June and November. These are the timings. So usually starting June and starting November, first 15 days you might call around that is the dates within first 15 days of June and within first 15 days of November. So April and September, and here June and November. The Indian Institutes keeps on changing those dates to keep it around UK Institute, but UK Institute never changes their dates. So April and September are fixed. UK Institute is much more organized than Indian Institute. Just say Indian Institute has still not said anything about what will they do about the June examination. Okay. So they have not postponed it, they have not cancelled it, they have not talked anything about it. They have not even started the registration for it. So they are less organized. They are much more newer institute than UK Institute and much less organized. So it becomes easier for us to give papers from UK Institute. Okay, it's much more organized, but there is no reason why you cannot give paper from Indian Institute, or why you should not give paper from Indian Institute. It's just more convenient, a little bit easier from UK Institute, but the fees is a little bit higher too. Okay. Now I will not talk too much about the fees because they have just changed the fees a little. They have just changed it, so I'll have to check it out myself, but we'll talk about it later on. Okay, so these are 13 papers and two institutes from which we can give those papers. Now we'll talk about our subject, CM1. Now CM1, now we will provide you with the course material, we'll provide you with the assignments, that is the practice questions, we will provide you with regular tests, and we have क्या बोलते ये at the end we will have mock tests. So first of all we have paper A, that is written, 100 marks, and we have paper B, that is Excel. So if you have a knowledge of Excel, that is very much welcome. If you don't, we'll still start from the basic, but don't think that after completing this paper you will be masters in Excel. Of course not. We will only teach you what is required to complete this paper. I'm not going to make you masters in Excel. Okay, so I will be teaching very basics of Excel and how do we apply what we are going to study in our paper A. Excel is also 100 marks. So whatever we are going to study in our written paper, that will be application will be done on Excel. Okay, so that you understand how do we work our in our practical life. Okay, so our CM1 paper, that is our actual mathematics, comprises of two parts. One is financial mathematics and the other is life insurance or life contingency. Financial mathematics is our chapters from 4 to 15, and yeah, we'll talk about passing mark in a minute. Okay, so and life contingency, sorry, 4 to 14, and life contingency is 15 to 28. So we have total 28 papers, 28 topics, and first three topics are theory. Other than that, we have from chapter 4 to we have chapter 28. Okay, so I'll talk about passing marks. So in written, usually the passing mark is around 55 marks. The maximum the passing mark has gone is 60 marks. Okay, so it stays around 50 to 60 marks. In India, it is 50 marks. They have declared that the passing mark is going to be 50, but they do not consider only written paper. Okay, so written and Excel combined hota hai. So isme se we take 70% of the written and 30% of our Excel, and combined you have to pass. So combined our passing mark would be max 60. So anywhere around from 55 to 60 is usually the passing mark. So you have to pass combined in both paper. So combined just means, let's say that you get 0 marks in our second paper, that is Excel, you get 0 marks, and you complete, you get, let's say, 86 marks in your return paper. So that just means 86 into 0.7, 70% of 86 becomes 60.2, and 0 for, so plus 0 into zero point 0.3, 30%. So you are getting 60.2. So you will definitely pass if you just get 86 marks in your return, and Excel may, let's say you get 0 marks, but you need to attend. You cannot skip your Excel examination. If you skip your Excel examination, that means you are absent for your Excel examination, then you will have to give both of the papers again. Okay, so there is no individual passing mark, but it is a combined passing marks. So if you get 86 marks in your written and you get 0 marks in your Excel, you still pass. So it's a combined passing mark, but obviously we don't want you to get 0 in any of the papers. We'll be studying both. Okay, chalo. So we were talking about our financial mathematics and life contingency. Life contingency is how our life insurance works. It's very important for us to understand what is insurance. How does insurance actually work? I think everybody knows that in insurance we pay premium and we get some money if something happens to us. Okay, so let's talk about car insurance. Okay, I'll take an example of car insurance. So let's say we'll be paying some premium each year, and if we have an accident, then let's say we'll be getting money up to the value of car. So that let's say that your car is of 5 lakh rupees. Your car is of 5 lakh rupees. So your car will be insured. That means the maximum they will give you money would be 5 lakh rupees. They will not give you more than 5 lakh rupees. They'll always give you less than 5 lakh rupees because of depreciation and other things that you might have studied or you will study later on in finance. You don't have to worry too much about it right now. So let's say the maximum they will give you is 5 lakh rupees or whatever was the damage. So if the damage is of 5,000 rupees, they will only give you 5,000 rupees. They will not give you more than 5,000 rupees. So that is called as insurance. Okay. So now how does that work? Why would they charge you a small premium? Let's say that they will charge you 1200 rupees per year and they will give you up to 5 lakh rupees. So how can they take only 1200 rupees and still give you 5 lakh rupees? Now that is where the statistics come into play. Let's say probability that you will get into an accident is very, very, very small, right? Probability that you will get into an accident is, let's say, 1 into 10 raised to minus 8 in 1 year. So that means, or 10 raised to minus 6. Okay, that means probability that you will get into an accident is very, very small. And let's say the population of Mumbai is 10 raised to 8, or it's around 2 crore people. 2 crore becomes, I think, 2 into 10 raised to 8 or 2 into 10 raised to 7. I'm not very sure. Okay, 2 crore में कितने crore में कितने आएंगे? 3, then 2 and 2, yes, 7. So 10 raised to 7. So let's say population of Mumbai is 2 into 10 raised to 7, and probability that a person in Mumbai will be getting into an accident in a year is very, very, very small. So that means each year 2 into 10 raised to 7 into probability 10 raised to minus 6, each year 20 people will definitely get into an accident, or around 20 people will get into an accident. So we just said that probability of getting into an accident is so small. Still, I'm saying 20 people are going to get into an accident. That is because the population of Mumbai is very, very, very large. That is the point of our insurance. There is a risk of getting into an accident which might be very, very small. So probability of you getting into an accident is very small, but still there is a risk, right? You still can get into an accident, maybe because of your fault, maybe because of somebody else's fault. So you have a risk, and if you get into an accident, you may have to pay up to 5 lakh rupees to get your car fixed up. So you may have to pay up to 5 lakh rupees. That's a very big amount. So when you are buying a car, first of all, you bought the car of 5 lakh rupees, and then you will have to keep another 5 lakh rupees in the bank account in case there is an accident. So for a 5 lakh rupees car, you are keeping 5 lakh rupees more into bank account, so that in case you might get into an accident, jiski probability is very, very, very small. So clearly you're wasting this 5 lakh rupees in your bank account. We may not have that 5 lakh rupees. So what we do is we take that risk and we give it to the insurance company. We take that risk and we give it to the insurance company. Okay. So we are saying if I get into an accident, the probability is very, very small for that. The insurance company will pay for the extra money that will be required. So damages. The damages will be paid by the insurance company. So I don't have to keep that 5 lakh rupees in my bank. So what happens now? The risk goes to the insurance company. Can insurance company predict what will happen in the future, whether you are going to get into an accident or not? Of course not. Insurance companies cannot predict the future, but they take this into account, that even if probability of getting into an accident is really small, at least 20 people will definitely get into an accident. So what they do is they take insurance from everybody. So they will charge you a small premium to take that risk from you, and they will charge everybody the same premium to take that risk. So what they are doing is they are taking individual risk and they are dividing it over a lot of people, because these many people gave this much rupees. They can use that money to pay off 20 people each year. They don't know who those 20 people are. You don't know who those 20 people are. But there will be around 20 people each year that will need that money. That is how insurance works. Okay. They charge you a small amount to take your risk, and then because they are charging a lot of people the same amount, that is why it becomes possible for them to make that unknown risk into a known cash flow or known liability or known whatever you want to call it. They will have to pay 20 people. Now the whole insurance is based on how do we calculate this, how do we calculate this probability, how do we say these many people we'll have to pay 20 people, how much will we have to pay, and how do we calculate this premium, how do we charge this premium. The whole insurance is based on this concept. ये आगे जो ये पूरा का पूरा concept है from page number 15, sorry, from chapter 15 to chapter 28, this is based on life insurance. I just gave you an example of general insurance, car insurance, but this is about life insurance. Okay. Okay, so this is what we are going to learn. How do we calculate premium? How does a insurance company actually work? That we will understand in this particular course. Life for life insurance. For general insurance, we have other subjects. For investment, we have other subjects. So in this particular chapter, we'll be studying financial mathematics. Okay. In this particular subject, we'll be studying financial mathematics, in which how does financial world actually work? How do we calculate different kinds of liabilities? How much would I have to pay? How much should I keep it in bank? How much should I invest somewhere else? We will understand that in these chapters, and then in these chapters we will see how life insurance actually works. That is how our CM1 course is designed. So we are talking about financial mathematics and we are talking about life contingency or life insurance. Is there any questions? Okay, so I think we have talked about passing marks. I think हाँ, if somebody has done Excel course, that is very good, especially advanced Excel course. Now, even if you have now not done any Excel course before, does not matter. We'll be starting from basic. But one of the advantage of somebody who have done some Excel course would be that they will be much more quicker in using that Excel. Okay. So if you are if you practice, you can yourself be quick. We do not require very advanced Excel, we just require basics, and we'll be using those basics. Okay. But of course, for job purposes, advanced Excel is must. Okay. So if you are studying right now, most of you might be, just starting your college, or might be in your first year, second year college. Okay. So before you complete your graduation, you should definitely do advanced Excel ka course. I would not say ki, do it from SMonk or do it from this place or that place. Any advanced Excel course would do, because most of them are very similar. Okay. I'm just saying that you should have knowledge of Excel, because Excel is used everywhere in the finance world. Okay. There is no company that is using finance that does not use Excel. So Excel is very much important. Basics ho jata hai Excel. Any other question? Now our basics of finance, अच्छा ठीक है, finance starts from बिल्कुल basics, right from simple interest and compound interest. Okay. So you don't have to worry too much about what you have studied and what you have not studied. And I'm very sure we have not studied life insurance, so that will also start from very basics. Okay. The basic that you should already know is our 11th and 12th mathematics. If there is someone who has not studied or might have some problem in 11th 12th mathematics, then you will have to study it up to differentiation and integration. We have differentiation, integration. Whenever we use this stuff, I always remind you, I always give you the formula, I always talk about how do we solve it. But I cannot teach you 2 years worth of mathematics in few classes, right? So I can always give you क्या बोलते हैं ये, I can always give you pointers, I can always remind you what we have studied, but I cannot teach you the whole 2 years of mathematics. Okay. So we require differentiation, integration without calculus, oh sorry, without trigonometry. Okay, without trigonometry, differentiation, integration. Then we have series, that is APGP. Then we need our algebra. Algebra में our क्या बोलते हैं, quadratic equations, simultaneous, ठीक है, simultaneous equations and cubic equations. Okay. Now, right now, I would not suggest, because I have not seen any online Excel course myself, so I will not suggest right now. Maybe I will look at it and I will suggest, but any basic course will do. Okay. Just you can directly search on YouTube, and you just see a few videos and you'll understand who's teaching, might be easier for you. Or maybe I'll myself look at it and give you some suggestions, okay, of who might teach well Excel. तो ये हो गया अपना बेसिक मैथमेटिक्स, इतना आना जरूरी है. एंड लॉगरिथम्स. So these are the basics of mathematics that we should know beforehand. Statistics also starts from total basics, so you don't need any any pre information about statistics. But basic statistics तो हम लोग को पता ही होता है, mean, median, mode and stuff. ठीक है, that we'll be using here, very basic of our statistics. This is the basic of mathematics. Then we use scientific calculator, but most of the colleges use Casio ka FX 991 MS or 991 ES. These are not allowed in our examination. Okay. These are not allowed in our examination. So in our examination, we use Casio ka hi FX 82 ES plus. You can buy 82 ES, but I don't think they make 82 ES anymore. There's no difference between 82 ES and 82 ES plus, so not a big deal. I will show you the calculator. Yeah, this is how the calculator looks. You can see that this is how the calculator looks. Of course, right now it is not available because of the lockdown. So you can download a scientific calculator in your Android or iOS phones. Okay, that looks something like this. One thing you should look for is that these four arrows, because we have those four arrows in our actual calculator. So I'll be teaching that how to use this calculator. So you should have these four arrows. Okay, this you can see the layout is almost same, right, here and here. So you want the layout to look something like this. You want these four arrows in middle. So you can download any scientific calculator, FXCG50. We'll have to check. Okay, you can see the list of calculators in actually Indian Institute में भी it's the same. So I'll search here. So Indian Institute and UK Institute requires the same calculators. You can see these are the calculators that are allowed. So Casio FX 82 ES or MS. I would not suggest MS. Always use ES. Even if the क्या बोलते हैं, shopkeeper says that MS is the only one that is available, do not believe that. Most of the shopkeepers will have ES. Okay, so buy the ES. Then you can have 83, you can have 85, you can have this Sharp EL, you can have Texas Instrumental BA2 plus ये. But India में सबसे ज़्यादा जो common है, that is this. So you'll mostly find this 82 ES. So go for that. So these are the different calculators that you can use. So they look almost the same, they work almost the same. Okay, so I'm not sure about FXCG50, but that is not among these. Yes, so I would suggest not to use that. So while we are studying, so you can see this is how the calculator actually looks. And of course, you cannot order online right now, but you will be able to order later on. So it costs around 500 to 600 rupees. Anything else? So we will be starting our course from tomorrow. Okay, so we will be starting our chapters from tomorrow. We'll not be starting anything today. So I've given you basics of what we are going to study in our course. We'll have financial mathematics and we'll have life insurance. We will be studying Excel, very basics of Excel, and how to apply our financial mathematics and life insurance in Excel. You should have this basic knowledge of mathematics before we start our course, and we will be using calculators a lot. तो ये सब चीज़ों का ध्यान रखना है. Any other doubts? Any other questions? What time the class would be from tomorrow? Now I will post the timing tomorrow on the group, but mostly I'll be taking from 8:15 in the morning. Sunday will be 8:15 to 10 o'clock. Okay, we'll mostly have 2 hours classes, and usually what happens in online classes, I go a little bit faster because I don't have to wait, or I cannot wait for you a lot of times for you to follow and write. I will, but थोड़ा कम time लगता है. You can follow much faster than in the actual classes. So our classes are little bit shorter because it becomes very hectic for us to study a lot of things in a very short time. So starting maybe we'll have small classes around 1.5 hours to 2 hours classes, but as we move on, those classes will become 3 hours classes. Okay, so just say Excel, we will definitely take 3 hour classes. Excel, no, we'll not be starting with Excel. We will be starting with written examination. You are expected to note down, make your own notes, and there are a lot of formulas in CM1 course. We have almost 200 to 300 formulas in total of these 28 chapters. So not only you need to know how to use that formulas, but also you will have to remember those formulas. Okay, so formulas ke liye you will have to have a formula book. Okay, we will start Excel after we have completed around 12 chapters. Okay, so क्या होता है, we start from chapter 4 and usually it takes around 3 weeks to get up to this chapter 12. So you can say 3 to 4th week may we will be starting our Excel. So we need the basics, right? We need the basics of what we have studied so that we can apply it in our Excel class. So 4th week may we'll start with Excel. Now the classes, we will not have daily classes for this. We have different batches. So this is going to be weekend batches. Okay. So we will have daily classes as well. We'll talk about different batches. Just say there will be morning batch, there will be evening batch, weekday wali, and we'll have weekend batches. Okay. So uske hisab se we'll give you full detail. You can attend tomorrow's class as a demo class, and then uske baad you can decide later on, because we'll be starting all of these batches in a few days. Okay, so this was a basic orientation for each of our batches, and we'll give you details later on. Now usually the course goes up till 1st of August or first week of August. Okay, we complete by then, and you will have 1.5 months for practice. So that time you will have to do your self practice. We'll have doubt classes, like after every few classes. I ask you all after every class to come up with your doubts, and we solve the doubts first, and then uske baad we start with our lecture. Every day you will find I do that. That is how you will also keep on practicing, and every day we will be giving you sums to practice. Okay, so every day around 5 to 10 sums will be given depending on how long those sums might be. Okay, so when will CS1 classes start officially? So CS1 classes will also start from today. Same, I will take orientation after I will end here, and 6:30 से orientation है. उसके लिए different link है. If you want, message me. I think सब CS1 की भी link अपने इसमें दिया हुआ है group में. If not, I will post again. कोचिंग फीस के लिए एक बार फी स्ट्रक्चर पूरा का पूरा विल बी गिवन टू यू, बट CM1 की fees is 30,000, including everything, including Excel, including all tests, including doubt sessions, everything. So we have 30,000. We have some discounts and stuff as well, but that will be informed to you later on. Okay, in the group, Ravi sir is going to inform you about fees and what are the discounts and you know whatever. So वो exactly sir बताएंगे. Now the orientation of CS1 में we'll be talking about statistics and that subject. Beginning of the orientation will be exactly same. We'll be talking about our actuarial science course, but later on we'll be talking about CS1. What we are going to study in CS1, how do we study CS1. Tomorrow CS1 class will be 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. 2 hours CS1 class. So we'll have CM1 class. I will start CM1 8:15 sharp and we'll end at 10. Okay. Usually what happens is we go up till 1.5 hours, so we go till 9:45 at the beginning. Okay. This would be our morning class tomorrow, and CS1 will start at 10 and we will end at mostly 11:30 to 11:45. Yes, it is a demo lecture, so everybody can attend. We'll be using the same link. The link that we use today, we'll be using the same link to start the class tomorrow at 8:15 a.m. Now, this is online classes, so there is no Vile Parle, there's no Dadar. Okay, these are online classes. So both, everybody. Are there SMONK YouTube videos for these chapters in CM1? We have all the YouTube videos for CM1, CS1, but we will also be recording these our online classes, and then I will be sharing it with the relevant students. Okay, so the people that are that may not be able to attend a particular class can actually see those videos as well. Otherwise, we have pre-recorded lectures as well, that again you can contact Ravi sir for that. Okay. Where is SMONK located in Mumbai? So the offices of SMONK is in Ville Parle. Obviously, it is closed right now, but after the lockdown is over, we our classes are held in three different locations. We have Ville Parle, we have Dadar, and we have Mulund. Okay. Is the fees for pre-recorded lecture? No, pre-recorded lecture has the same fees, and pre-recorded lecture may be when you have any doubts, we are there for you. Mostly I take the doubts of pre-recorded lectures as well, so people contact me on WhatsApp or on call, or we keep such Skype sessions and stuff for any doubt clearances. For the online classes, CM1 30,000, exact fee structure will be given to you on the WhatsApp. That is why I will not commit exactly, because there are some discounts right now. So that will be given to you. But CM1 का 30,000 है, CS1 का 25,000 रहता है, CM2 का 27,000 आई थिंक, एंड CS2 का ऑल्सो 30,000. इस तरीके से हमारी फी स्ट्रक्चर है. CB1 and CB2 are less. I don't remember what that is, but again, that will be conveyed to you clearly in the group. Okay. So online classes will be charged exactly same. We might have some discounts. Other than that, I don't think there is much change in the yeah. Doubts, because we will not have exactly just doubt sessions, but yes, okay, because I will ask you to basically join. We can discuss that later on, okay? If you want to only join doubt sessions, you can again message that to Ravi sir. We have a few students who have already studied the subject and only want to join doubt session, so we will figure out how we can keep those doubt sessions, okay? So just message Ravi sir or message me separately, that yeah, we'll talk about that. I'll have to ask Ravi sir for that, okay? So we will talk about only doubt session ka kya rahega there. If you want to only attend Excel classes, uska bhi alag charges hai, that you'll have to again talk to Ravi sir, okay? Demo class will be tomorrow and two more classes next week, next Saturday and next Sunday. So you will have three classes as demo classes. After that, the people who have registered and paid fees will be able to attend the classes, okay? So for next week, Saturday Sunday also, we will have demo class, so we'll have three demo classes. Monday to Friday, this is weekend batch. Okay, we will be starting with weekend batch. Weekday batch, we'll be discussing and we'll be talking about weekday batch. So demo classes, we will be starting demo classes के लिए these यही same हमारा same रहेगा, and then we'll be dividing it into different batches depending on what time is preferable for the students. Okay, so we will have one weekend batch, that would be Saturday Sunday. We'll have weekday batch, we'll have morning, and we'll have evening. So इस तरीके से we will have different batches. Yes, if you have paid fees for the April diet, we will not take fees again, and you can attend the classes, okay? No problem. I will be sharing those notes. See, we are going to use something called as Google Classroom. Okay, I will show you Google Classroom here. Okay, there is an app for Google Classroom as well, so we use that for chatting purposes. I share videos. This is the class that is, that was started on 1st April, and we are actually doing the classes. So ये Google Classroom है, इसमें class work section में we have our course material, we have our chapter wise assignments. We have a chapter wise assignments, we have tests that I post, in which people hand in the test and we can mark it here directly, okay? So we use this for communication, we use this for sharing videos, and we use this for course material and stuff. So you will get PDF notes, you will have chapter wise assignments, you will have course material, okay? You can see this. You can download it from here. Anything else? What topic will be covered during the demo lecture? So demo lectures may we will be covering, I'll show you, we'll be starting with chapter 4, time value of money, and demo lectures may we'll be covering chapter 4, chapter 5, and chapter 7. Now chapter 6 is a very small chapter, so we will be completing it later on, because that does not tell too much about. Actually, we'll be completing only 4 and 5, because 3 classes will definitely be required for completing these two chapters. Okay, this is basics of our whole course. All the 13 chapters का ये basic है, time value of money and interest rate. So anything else? Any more doubts? Yes, you can attend CS1 orientation, no problem. I think you have the link. We did share it in our CM1 group as well. I will share it again CS1 के लिए. And if there are any more doubts, we can solve it in क्या बोलते हैं, in our WhatsApp group, because I will have to start my CS1 in 2 minutes right now. Okay. Exams, UK exams are conducted every April and every September. तो यहाँ पे मैंने बताया भी था. Okay, so any more doubts we can communicate on WhatsApp. Okay, because I will have to start our CS1 orientation in 2 minutes. Google Classroom only will be only for the students who will pay fees. So right now for these three lectures we'll not start with Google Classroom. I will be talking about stuff. I'll be showing you everything material and stuff here. Whatever doubts we will have, we'll clear here. After that we will be starting with Google Classroom, and then you can have access to all of the material. Okay. So after we have finished with our three yeah, demo lectures. Okay. So I'll end the class here. Can I have access to Google Classroom if I have paid the fees for April? Yes, you will have, but we will start that after April again. Okay. So after completing our ये demo classes. ठीक है. So उस time तक के जैसे जैसे fees pay होती जाएगी, we will give you access to Google Classroom, but I will have to first make those classrooms and stuff. So ठीक है. So जिन जिन का होता जाएगा, I will be adding you all, or I will messaging you for how to add yourself in Google Classroom. Okay. Can you add me to the WhatsApp group? Um, I will just type my mobile number. Just send me, ask me to add you in the Google, yeah, WhatsApp group. Okay. So and कौन सा वाला CM1, CS1, CS2, CM2, which group would you like me to add you in? So that is my mobile number. Chalo, I have to now leave because I'll have to start CS1. Bye.